Was that Darren Waller?
No shot.
Yes, sir.
Who's that?
I couldn't tell who it was.
Look at that's the way to start the potty. Darren Waller, 4-yard reception touchdown.
On fourth down.
Ended up ruining his rap career to come back to be in the NFL. Let's get it.
He was very much a top 5 tight end in the league at one point.
And he got both feet down.
No, he wasn't. He was, and I think he got put into
He was
like
never
a
on
wrong
good
offense.
team and good situations.
But like he also is not a guy that I'm looking at to go down and like pass block. Like I want to use him.
no.
I want to use him in the pass game. Like if I'm in the red zone, I want to be throwing jump balls to him. That's how I want to use him.
They just used him perfectly.
Just like they did right there.
That's what I'm saying.
When he was at where was it, the Raiders?
He was at
Josh
the Raiders
McDaniels had that man coming in 3 tight end sets and
Can't
being
have
the
that.
second tight end, having to put his face into shit.
You're not that
Like,
guy.
he didn't want that. He didn't want that. I
It's
wouldn't
like-
want that either.
We all know Jared Rice and Kyle Rittering. You just know who the guy you got in.
They got their purposes.
Well, which leads to me saying, sometimes you just want a guy on your team who will run through a motherfucker's face.
Come on.
Which leads me to the New York Giants, who have a guy named Cam Scatterbo.
He doesn't. It's not even a run through somebody's face. He wants to run through everything.
Good.
No, he's like
Anything.
He's like the Juggernaut meme. Like who's just running through walls. And
Yeah.
he like is powering up by the time he hit the third one.
Somebody said it best. That juice that him and Jackson Dart are kind of like, they're calling him what, the Caucasian creatine.
Okay.
We're going
Is
back
that-
to like
is that the term?
when the Eagles were flying, the exciting whites.
Yes.
Like there's a lot of things come back for bro culture. I'll tell
I
you
don't
that.
think you can ride a playoff season off what they brought, but I do believe they beat a good Chargers team off of fucking juice.
Just straight up.
Just straight up, yo,
Let's go.
Hey, boy, let's go.
I think-
We're younger and got more testosterone. Than
Exactly.
you.
Well, and they're like all giddy, like, hey, this is my first time to go shine, and it's like, bam, go beat the Chargers.
But like, I do
They have
think
nothing to
that
lose.
that is the type of energy that changes the trajectory
It's
of
contagious.
an organization. That's like
Absolutely.
they may have been down in the dumps, they may not be winning. People are probably talking about Dabble, like, is he the right guy? Also, he's got 2 young whippersnappers in there just throwing shit around.
A respectful win too, not
No.
like oh these guys are going
Not a pity
0-3.
win. Like
Chargers were high up in the bring the
that's a
juice NFL
Harbaugh
tiers.
coached.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
That's a Harbaugh coach team.
Yes.
And to get it at home, like you're flying high.
And
Like you're saying, though, it's not going to like push them
I don't
into
think
like
they're gonna be a 10-win
playoff
team.
run or.
Then we might sit here next week and be like, hey, bro,
I hope
Oh,
I hope that I have my
that keeps
foot in
happening
my
to
mouth.
me.
I hope that I have my foot in my mouth in 10 weeks and the New York Giants are just big market,
Ballin'.
absolutely dominating with the
how
boys.
many wins or touchdowns does Cam Scatterbo need to have for us to buy a jersey?
He already has enough.
Yeah.
I would 100% rock the
big
Scatterbo
4-4?
4-4.
See, okay.
I looked into it.
Okay,
I'm sure you
I'll
did.
just say this. I don't know because I watched the quarterback series last year and I was like, I'm starting to like Joe Burrow, and so my girlfriend bought me a Joe Burrow jersey for my birthday,
That's nice.
and I'm like, oh hell yeah, and then now he's out with a toe injury.
That don't matter. It's,
And no, but I'm saying,
You think you have a personal Madden
I
curse?
do I have that where I as soon as I become a fan of somebody, or like UFC, same thing. I start liking a fighter, they get knocked out.
Don't like Josh Hogan.
say something bad about him right now.
The guy cannot interview. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That guy has classic interviews.
That guy needs someone to write scripts for him. Let's put it that way.
He's like
No
Trump
more
on
off top.
X. He's like Trump on X.
Don't even get us started on that. Hey, but back to it. The 44 is strong though.
It's strong. I do think him and Jackson Dartha do complement each other well. Like, I think Scat was doing his thing with Russ in there, but he needed his boy. He needed
Yeah.
a Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
And Jackson Dart might have a little fucking shit to him. I don't know if it was a fake post about him acting.
No,
beers in this
I
whole thing.
saw that
Is
too.
real or is that not?
I have-
That's some little backyard bullshit drama.
I'm pretty sure it
Back-
was. I'm pretty sure it was a thing, and it was like that post aged really, really well. Because if it didn't, if they lost,
Well, I want to talk a little about his swag, right? Like, you got to have confidence playing the league. You got to have confidence to do anything in your life. So Eli, when he gets there, Eli Manning's like, hey, here's my number. If you need anything, you let me know. I'll take care of you. Well, like 2 weeks in, Dart calls him and goes, hey, I need dinner reservations at like one of the hardest restaurants to get in New York. And Jackson Dart's calling a Super Bowl winning quarterback like, hey, Eli, dial me up.
Yeah, not like, yo, what are you doing? Come to
He gives him his number,
Although
like, call me if you need help looking at a
This
look.
place got 5 stars, and it's got I want a good view.
Well, I actually looked the restaurant up. It's got like 7 tables. Like, Literally, it's
Wow.
one of those ones that like you have to know somebody or be somebody to be in there. But I just love the courage out of the young rookie going like, "Oh, man, hey, Eli gave me his number. I'll hit him up real quick, see if he can get me in here."
Hey, he must have had some fine shorty he was taking there.
I bet you if he didn't not burn that bridge, if he didn't use that up before he got the start in the win against the Chargers, I bet you if you hit him up today,
Be a little closer.
I think you'd be a little closer.
The answer on the phone might lead a little bit more towards a yes rather than like, bro, that's not why I gave you my
Start
number.
the conversation off with like, "Hey, good win. I'm seeing things clearly. Hey, you know what? By the way, I got someone in town I want to take to a nice spot. Can you get me in here?" It sounded like it wasn't even a phone call. It was a simple like, "Yo, Eli, can you get me in here at 7:00?"
Big dog, pump me up. Give me
Not even, can you get me in? Just like, can you get me in 7:00 and make sure there's a bottle of blah blah blah, like just
It
straight
kind
up.
of seemed that way. I'm not gonna lie, but like I also I kind of love that swag. I kind of like the way that you have to attack life
You
that
see
way.
the Jackson Dart edits. Like, all right, what are you gonna do? I like it. Is he a top rookie quarterback in the league right now?
It's too hard.
After
to tell
one
off
game, you can't.
yeah,
No.
too hard to tell off one game.
Week 4, I think he is for sure. It definitely wasn't Cam.
I need to see.
I mean, let's talk about
games
that.
under his belt.
Or the Titans.
The Titans are.
dumpster fire.
Yeah, I've been a fan for a while, and it's only like the trajectory just looks worse.
What I do respect about Cam Ward is he's in press conferences.
Keeping it a buck.
we are
No,
ass.
like keeping it a buck. Like,
And he's-
enough, but we're ass.
did you guys happen to see the post game presser with the head coach?
No.
You know, like obviously you've been in front of media, we've been in front of the microphone, getting asked questions. The stakes get a little high, right? Especially in NFL organizations where, like, this same reporter for the the Tennessee Times has been there for 10 years. They have a little bit of relationship. Coach is up there, and the question was like, "Do you still think this team is a gritty team?" Bro, the coach literally is standing there like, "I'm gonna hold off on answering that question right now because I'm gonna stop myself from saying something I don't want to say."
Right.
And he's like, "You know what you're doing. Like, you know what you're asking me right now."
Right.
And I'm not gonna answer
want
what
a
you
front
like.
line right
You
now.
want me to
You want
get
some clickbait.
revved up right
You
now.
want that
And-
25-second clip.
And honestly,
I'm not
like,
gonna give it to you.
I'm in the world nowadays with social media. Like, give it to him, coach.
Yeah.
Light him up. Like,
Well, dude,
especially reporters that just know what they're saying. They be drawing these questions up. They know how they're trying to.
They're
ask it. I think that you're
elicitation.
I think in a post game or a post conference game, I think it should be free will. I think you should be able to say what you want and like take it with a grain of salt.
Well, yeah, and like look at Draymond Green was a perfect example of this, where it's like nobody even gives a fuck. ESPN knows like I'm not going to even interview this motherfucker after the game because he's about to get live on his pod and say what he really wants to say. That might be shitting on his teammates, his coach, the referee. He has zero fucking filter, buffer, any of that shit.
Well, and I think that's the beauty of like the free media market that we live in now, right? Like a guy's like, "No, I don't need to answer your questions. I'm just gonna go hop on my podcast and like really air it out there."
Well, and that's why you get subscribers and views, and he's probably generating a fat revenue stream off this shit.
Correct.
Okay, what do you guys think of James Franklin? What he said after the game when they asked him, like,
Enlighten me.
so basically he just addressed it and he was like, "Look, there's like, there's this thing out there that I can't win games and all this stuff." Like, he's like, "It's true." He's like, "It's factual. Like, it's not anything." He just kind of took it and ran with it and was just like, "Yeah, we need to be better. Like, I want to win the game. The players want to win the game." I think that's a tough spot to be in as a head coach.
I mean, Dabo dealt with it recently, and like we could get into all this, but like Penn State specifically is in a unique situation because Dabo is he's at a 1-3 start. He plays Bill Belichick this upcoming weekend. Where if he goes 1-4, we were shooting the shit before the pod, where it's like, "Hey, are you on the chopping block?" Now, personally, I don't think Clemson's going to find a better man for the job right now, but look at Gundy at Oklahoma State, who's had some good seasons there. I don't know how long he's been there. It feels like it's been a long fucking time.
He's been there.
20,
Yeah,
Like,
double digits
pretty
for
much
sure.
most,
For
most
sure.
of his
10
career.
plus.
I can go back and find a Gundy mullet back from like
That's what I'm
19.
saying.
Yeah.
Like,
But they canned his ass after, okay, they had a pretty bad start of the year, and he was keeping it a buck on social media. Being like,
was.
"Hey, man, yeah, they're a $60 million roster. We're not. What do you want me to do?"
yeah.
And he was kind of fighting that fight as he was getting punched in the face. But comparing like the Dabo situation of him losing games to James Franklin not winning the big games,
It's a different
Dabo-
world.
It's different because Dabo's got natties.
Yes.
Dabo does have natties. There's not how many coaches currently coaching in college football have multiple natties.
Let's look that
No,
up.
like Dabo has the
30
receipts. Like he 100% has the receipts. Like
That's what I'm saying.
in the last, I think last presser he got up there and said in the last 8 out of the 10 years I've been a conference champion with the Clemson Tigers.
Hey, they
like,
snuck in the fucking playoff last
cool.
year.
Like snuck
That was
in.
a playoff team last year.
And this is also where the conversation's hard, right? Like we
Only-
are still early enough that I
could
told
still
comps
be
like
a
this last
playoff
week.
team.
We talked about Dabo. I said all things ahead of them, they win out the rest of the games. A couple teams lose, they sneak into a conference champion and win. That's a 3-loss
bid.
team automatic bid. Like
Yeah.
so there's
it could happen.
there's
Especially
still
in
a
the
pathway for
ACC,
that. Correct.
Very much could happen.
Correct.
Yeah.
They're gonna run into Miami probably.
Now,
Well, dude, the one that gets crazy is Penn State.
well,
They still have to play Georgia, Indiana. They already lost
they're
to
going to play Ohio State, Michigan.
and Ohio State.
What I'm saying is, like, James Franklin, Penn State's always been good. Always been good. They're kind of
yes.
they have a sliver of Nebraska in them where in our era we don't remember them winning national championships, but our dads do. They remember them winning national championships.
Yeah, it's one of those brands that's
It's a
just like
brand. It's a great
really
football brand.
like stayed intact for a long time.
Fantastic football brand,
Yep.
and they've consistently been a top 25, top 10 team. But he can't beat Michigan. He can't beat Ohio State. He can't win when it matters. And last year when we did the playoff brackets and I picked Penn State, they had the fucking path.
They did.
They had the path, man, and they couldn't get it done. And it's like this year, okay, let's say they beat Oregon. That's great. They still got to get through all these obstacles, and they still very well probably will be a playoff team.
Yeah,
But they're probably going to get knocked out second round.
but I'll
They
be the
can't get
I'll be
over
the
that.
devil's advocate on this, right?
Sure.
So last year they had a hell of a run. They had a great defense. Their quarterback is still the same quarterback. Lost late in the season. Okay, lost late in the season, faced adversity, and never really put it back together. Right.
Okay.
I say on this year, that's a tough loss at home against a really, really good Oregon team.
Right. It's not like you
Like-
lost to a number 17 Indiana. You
Correct.
lost to a fucking great
They lost
Oregon
to a
team.
great team in a great atmosphere, great for college football.
Last minute.
But I kind of like that, like for them, if I'm coach, right? I'm like, hey, we didn't win that game, but we do our teach. But like, we got it out of the way now, fellas.
Yeah, and the thing
Like,
is
we can lock the fuck in and go beat our Georgias and go beat the Ohio States and like prove every hater wrong in Penn State history that I can win these games.
Right.
So I'm gonna be interested to see how they kind of how the locker
You're
room
right.
shifts, how the coaching staff shifts. They got this loss out of the way, a big one. Hey, fuck boys, we lost in the whiteout.
Well,
Can't be doing that.
they're like you said, they lost in the biggest kind of environment they could have with a big team coming in there. They're in a whiteout, huge advantage, but they're a veteran team.
And but
They're a
like,
veteran
they
team.
still had a chance to win that game.
Yeah.
Like Oregon came out and said like we practiced for that play all week long because they run that play. Hadn't run it yet. All of a sudden, and I went back and watched the tape. That the safety or he might have been a linebacker, probably a Sam type body that got the pick. If you watch it, he's sitting in his zone, and right when Drew looks that way, he's gone like on a fucking missile, right to literally the trajectory where that ball's gonna be thrown. So it's like really well coached team, high stake atmosphere. Either we'd be on the other end of the talk right now, talking the same thing about Dan Lanning in Oregon if the result was different.
Right.
I can agree with that. I do think Dan Lanning, though's career at Oregon is still green, and he's had success.
And I feel like it's just
James
starting to
Franklin's been
build.
there a long time, and now Dan Lanning might be a guy who loses in the playoff the next 3 years, and now we are having that same
Same- yeah.
conversation.
Correct.
But James Franklin, it does feel like he's been the head coach at Penn State for a long fucking time, and they can't get the job done.
Okay, so on Google right now it says that there's two, Kirby Smart, Dabo are the only two that have
Multiple
two.
national championships.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
But this says Ryan Day, but it says he only has one, so I don't know why it's on here.
I think there's a.
Yeah.
I think
He had a
they won-
previous-
They won the COVID one, didn't they?
Mm,
Maybe there's an asterisk next to that.
yeah,
Probably
yeah, that's
most
what
likely
that's
there's a not a those are like those ones you can go clean.
right.
That we were talking
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
last
back in the
week.
day.
You can just go claim like in 20 years somebody's gonna come back and say like, yeah, no, Ohio State didn't win that. We're actually
Didn't
claiming it."
UCF claim one year?
That's what I'm
Yes,
saying.
Yeah.
they did.
I do think one last thing for that Penn State game. There was a very dicey, questionable targeting call that was not called. And hey, I'm all for player safety. We all are. Targeting gets called very loosely these days.
Dude,
And
it's-
it's like first play of the game. You hit a dude in a football play, and people are watching this in micro slow motion,
No, well, yeah.
not realizing like this is happening in 0.3 seconds, full speed.
No, it's the best way to explain it is like when I sit here and I get to be on the couch and watch it in super slow mo.
Yeah.
Obviously, I can be like, "Damn, that dude shouldn't have done that." But because I played, I know that it's like watching a car accident. It happens so fast.
Well, my biggest thing
Kids are
is
trying to make a play, and all of a sudden, like Crowder's helmet goes into someone's face mask.
you can tell, like, you've been in practice in it's rap or thud versus live, and you see a guy thud a guy a little too hard, and you're like, oh, here we go. Like, you can tell when somebody's intention with a hit.
Comstock was that guy.
What's that?
Well, you could know, but I know it comes like say because like
Yes.
let's say
You can see the intention of the hit.
You're the 2 or the 3, and you want to show that hey, I was there to make that play. I was inside leverage to make that block, and I'm trying to prove my spot not because I care about. Chances are no one's watching me that play because I'm blocking or I'm.
But it's gonna be on film.
Play. It's gonna be on film. We're gonna watch this thing tonight. We're gonna watch this thing tomorrow morning. I need to show that hey, I can handle my 111 in this situation.
Yes.
So I agree with you. That shit happens all the time.
Yeah.
What I'm getting to on this Penn State Oregon thing is that was a textbook targeting call in a high pressure situation that they were like
Just didn't get called.
That's not. It was like bro, it was direct helmet to helmet.
Okay, so here
Spear.
I have a question.
So hard now.
Okay, I have a question for you guys. Like, what do you guys think targeting is? Any sort of head-to-head contact with the crown, or is it more of intent?
I think it's intent.
It's both.
With the head to the head.
Yeah.
Like
this. If I'm coming in, like, but it's also the rules change between a defensive player and a non-defensive player, and 2 steps is what determines that. So now you're making it like I'm not even a defensive player, right? And I'm feeling bad for defensive guys because they're having to make a split-second decision in less than that split second.
Yeah.
Like
and as a defensive player, you have to be able to protect yourself too.
Correct.
So
I
it's
think
such a
you've seen the textbook targeting call where dudes in the air, defensive players locked and loaded, left his feet, put his freaking face mask right at
There's
that
a bad
dude's
one a
neck.
couple
Like
weeks ago.
there was one a couple weeks ago that was like completely blatant, and you're like,
trampoline
yes,
into
like
the
hey,
fucking-
like this right here, fellas, is teach shape of what we're calling targeting for.
But I also see from a defensive player's position where it's like, bro, what if I'm a 5'10", 185 safety, and DK Metcalf has the fucking.
I got to go light him up.
I need to put everything I have into that.
I gotta run
And it
all
just
20 miles
so
per hour, do
happens,
the best I can.
As I'm power cleaning up to fucking smack this dude, yeah, my head's at the top of my fucking body. I'm gonna have some contact there, man.
Yeah, that's I feel like there needs to be that's the thing. You can't have discretion.
Correct.
But you need
You
discretion.
can't have gray area. That's
Yeah.
the tough part. You can't be flirting on the line. Because I saw a play the other day where it was probably 2 weeks ago. Block kick, guy picks up the kick, comes around and got absolutely obliterated by some dude. Coach is yelling on the sideline like, that's targeting. Like that is proper targeting. Like why are we not calling it? Because it wasn't in the form of pass being thrown, catching, hitting.
Right,
It
defenseless guy.
It was very flowing, and like this dude was defenseless. He already had somebody at his feet, and he got absolutely decleated. But it's like, okay, I would watch that and say that was targeting, and then watch one later in the day and be like, why did the flag get thrown there?
Okay, so I want to move on from this topic, but when somebody has the ball in their hands, but they're in the air, they're defenseless.
Yeah.
I think if you have the ball in your hands, you cannot be deemed a defensive player.
But that puts us back in the old school ball day where like
I'm not saying
you're not throwing the ball over the middle because if that kid leaves his feet, he's gonna get
and Tom Brady has a great point that our
have
quarterbacks
a better position on that, but-
My only thing is if just don't go and try to destroy the guy, make a clean tackle. I don't
He's
know.
up in the air, take his legs out.
Yeah. But then how do you make a play to break the pass up when he has it in his hands? We've seen so many times where a guy hits a clean hit, ball comes out, it's incomplete. It just makes it so.
I think it's gonna be one of those things that we
It's
talk
just-
about forever and ever until eventually they like just say we don't get to play tackle football anymore. 'Cause, like,
Exactly.
that's where it's going.
Well, speaking of contact, Lane Kiffin made contacts on Twitter this week.
Yes. Multiple times.
Following an Ole Miss win, where the Lunch Pail guys' stock is high on Ole Miss right now.
I want to put it out there and say that months ago, I was asked,
Yeah.
who are you taking perennial front runner
We had a
of
dark
the
horse.
national championship?
Dark horse, yeah.
Ole Miss, baby.
Yep.
It looks
We're
good
4-0.
right
We're
It looks good right
ranked top 4.
I like
Lane
it.
Kiffin is in his ChatGPT text box, texting people at 2:00 in the morning,
Bro,
letting them know like, hey,
lay out
tempo,
the
baby.
Situation. Lane Kiffin's daughter does a hard launch the week of.
Oh, we
playing
talked about
LSU,
this. Oh yeah.
That she is dating Whit Weeks, who's the stud linebacker for LSU.
Okay. Was that planned? Did
We
is
talked
this
about
like
this
a
last
marketing
week.
plan?
This
I
was
want
not planned.
to know what he thinks.
Yes, it was planned.
They're not cooking at that high of a level between Whit Weeks, his daughter, and Lane.
No, Lane. No. Lane is the type of dude who's like, probably I'm sure they've been dating a long period.
That's what I said too.
Especially if they
know each
are
other.
it's not like they've gone on 2 dates and they're hard launching.
Holy smokes, you're ripping the words out of my
They've
mouth.
Been talking for a little bit of time.
I agree
And
with
in
this.
today's day and age, if you're gonna put your chick or your guy on Instagram, you got your boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah, especially with the high profile of both of them.
Sure, of course. So I think it was a hard launch. I think it was to bring a little zest to the game. Lane probably ate that shit up. And you know what? If he was asked directly, black and white, like, how long have you been dating this guy? Been dating your daughter? But I'm sure he likes Whit. Whit seems like a very likable guy.
They're football guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say
They're football
they're
guys.
gonna love.
I would be fired up if I was the head football coach and I had
My
a daughter,
daughter's
and
dating
he's
Whit
dating one of
Weeks.
the best linebackers
Yes.
in the country
Good dude,
who
good
loves football
family.
and hunting. That's
what I'm
about it.
saying.
Like, that's really what he said he likes.
But like we talked about, Whit is dating Lane's daughter, so he's winning the war.
Yeah.
But Lane won the battle. He won the game, and on Twitter, some fucking burner accounts like, what made Whit Weeks puke in the third quarter? I wonder what Lane fed him. Like, and he could have responded, don't eat the chicken or some bullshit. Tempo.
All caps.
Dude,
Which literally falls in the same line of what he commented when she put
Bet
the
the
picture,
over.
take the over. Like,
Yeah, which I did, and
I
it didn't
wanna-
fucking hit.
I wanna
think
know.
all of America did.
I need to note this. I need to note that tweet was sent out at like 3 a.m. Saturday night.
Yeah, he was decompressing.
My man was decompressing. He didn't have anything other to worry about after
He was
winning the
in bed,
Magnolia
air
Bowl.
conditioning on,
Yo,
seeing what bullshit Saban saying post game
Yo,
or something.
but-
and he's scrolling Twitter because that's where he's at in life.
he loves hitting it. He loves getting on Twitter and seeing what's good.
That's what I'm saying. I loved it.
I
That's
love
the thing,
I love that
loved it.
he's just out here like to random people or to random posts.
Bro,
It's-
that wasn't like an ESPN account. It was a
Yeah.
random kid.
No, that was some random dude that posted that picture and said, "I about spit my coffee out," and just looks down at the comments and says, "Tempo, baby." Like, you can't, like, if I'm in that locker room, if I'm on that team, like, I'm doing whatever I can for Lane Kiffin. Like, I'm trying to go 12-0 this year.
I think
Make it to the fucking bowl, baby.
it makes me laugh my ass off because there's been games where that's almost been me, and to have like your girlfriend's like dad, who's the head coach of the team that just beat you,
Yeah,
say like
it's a
tempo, bitch.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta give him a little shoulder check, little chin music every once in a
Oh,
while.
yeah.
But I
That's
just-
perfectly appropriate and respectful. Laugh about it. Move on.
I just not to stay on the Ole Miss train, but I just love where their program's at right now. Like, they're coming off great year last year. Okay, obviously they would have loved to make it to the playoff. They didn't make that happen.
Kind of got snubbed.
Kind of got
Yeah.
snubbed a little bit. Had 3-loss team, right? There were some competitive teams last year, but went into the portal, got some
Dude, they
great
have
players,
some big games.
went and found themselves a great quarterback. Okay,
He does.
who's actually technically their backup. Let's not forget about this for a second. Like, was routed as being their backup. Chambliss has come onto the scene and really kind of broken down in the SEC.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see where they're going. They're throwing alley-oops on the sideline when they're up 40 on teams.
Oh my god.
Lane Kiffin's over here doing whatever he can to be for the boys. Like, I couldn't be more fired up on where the Fighting Rebels are headed
They got a
Yeah.
for
little
this
gauntlet
season.
Here. They got a little gauntlet here. Let me name off their next.
Dude, they have
Name
some
the next
insa-
victim. Let
Dude.
me hear it. Give me some victims.
They got some
gotta
big
buy,
games.
They got to buy this week. Then
Good.
They got Washington State. It should be a wax.
Easy.
They go to
Trap game.
Georgia. They go to Oklahoma.
Georgia,
play-
Oklahoma.
They play South Carolina. That looks like they're picking up a little steam again.
Heisman needs to be back.
They play the Citadel. Good rep.
I like that game.
They play Florida, and then they finish up with Mississippi State rivalry game.
And Mississippi State's
kinda
pretty damn
looking
good. They're
Kinda looking good.
they're on a game to watch this weekend for myself. But
See, but this is
But, like, to me-
unfolding like what you're saying. Your dark horse team, if they can win these games,
they
they are
They-
going
There's
to.
a scenario where Ole Miss is number one in the country.
Yeah.
yes, there is.
Yeah.
There's a scenario.
And those silky baby blues too.
No,
Just-
hey,
I can't wait to see the graphic when they're
probably
number one.
Sexiest, top 5 sexiest
Number one ranked team ever.
uniform. in
No,
college football.
their uniform swag and just honestly, I was talking to my pop about it the other day. Like, their atmosphere, their stadium, like
You guys
I've
played there, right?
There. Like,
I didn't go. To
No.
the game.
I played there. I was a true sophomore playing against Robert Kimdichie at the time.
Oof.
It's the first football game that I ever went to and played in, and was like, oh, this shit's different out here.
I
Hell
go-
yeah.
I go to a
Different out
wedding
here.
in Oxford, and bro, the libraries. We need a library. places. It's just
A library.
it's what it should be.
We got one in Clovis.
It's
Check
what
it
it
out.
should be. It's what college football should be. You should
No,
have
1,000%.
cheap shots, cheap beers, honky tonk, man.
Yep.
It's
No.
just like
And they
you
dress
want your kid to have a college experience. Send them to a place like fucking Ole Miss.
and they dress to the nines.
Love that.
Like I remember, like I was sitting there, couldn't hear a lick.
That's SEC. That's
My
SEC.
center's yelling at me, and I look up, and there's a couple broads in a nice sundress, couple dudes in their nice button-up
Suits.
shirts. And
Yeah,
and
with their
tied up.
tie.
Like all the frat boys are looking all fresh and tight. I'm like, okay, boys.
Well, you saw like before the game, all the there's like a student section. They were just talking shit to the LSU kids before.
Grove, baby.
Yeah. Oh, I love
One of
that.
the most electric places.
The most corny white guys are just talking shit to these dudes with the biggest chains on them. Like, if come down here, meet your maker.
Who is your team of the week that is kind of on the sleeper, but might fuck around and be top 10 very soon if they're not already, or deserve a little more respect? I got one.
I got one
Go.
too.
Shoot.
I got two. They played each other last week. Texas Tech beat the fuck out of Utah.
Mm-hmm.
Beat the
Yes.
fuck out of them in Utah. And
Mhm.
Utah's a hard place to play.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm thinking Utah's dead. Utah comes back this week and makes a statement win. They look good. And listen, they should win the Big 12. That being said, Texas Tech beat the fuck out of them. Texas Tech, people don't know this, have one of the most expensive rosters in college
Yeah.
football right now.
Yeah.
chatted
Damn
about.
right.
They've made it very clear they have to spend above market price because they got to convince people to be at their games.
And they look fucking
We were talking about this last week. Like, it really is a testament, right? Them going in and beating Utah. Like Utah is, we've talked about them. They're a perennial winning team.
Well,
No, they didn't beat the fuck out of them. It was a tight game. It was close. They ended up pulling away at the end, but it was a tight game where Texas Tech pretty much was the first time I've watched them since the Patrick Mahomes era actually finish a game and win the way they need to win.
Yeah.
Put their $45 million roster on a pedestal and say, go win us this game right now. So it's gonna be very interesting to see. Who are you saying there? Are you saying it's Texas Tech needs some more love, or Utah needs some more love?
I'm gonna go. I think Utah sees Texas Tech again with Willingham, that coach. Like, I'm gonna take Utah as my dark horse. Get in the playoff.
Wow.
Make some fucking noise.
I mean, they just routed West Virginia.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that. I would say mine is definitely gonna be Mississippi State.
Think they're gonna make a run. They're in the SEC.
They're in the SEC. They're 4-1. They have a hell of a game ahead of them this weekend against Texas A&M. Okay, Texas A&M also has been on a pretty good run. They're ranked. They've won some games that they've
They snuck out. against
needed to
Notre
win.
Dame.
But I'm liking the way Mississippi State's playing ball. Like, they're flying around. They're. When I was telling you a couple weeks ago, like, SEC football looks a little different, right? Scoring a lot of points.
I like it.
I think they look more like traditional SEC. Like, they're playing hard-nosed defense. They're scoring the points when they need. Like, they're getting the ball and scoring points. They're not getting stalled out, and they're not giving up a bunch of points. Right? They're playing good football. It looks good. I would love to see them go on a little sneaky run, but hey, good luck if they run an Ole Miss because they're gonna get just mollywopped by Lane Kiffin.
Steve, who you got?
All right. This is, and we talked about this last week. I'm not the biggest Pavia fan. I'm not. But he has swag, dude. He has
They
swag.
got a big game this week.
They have a big game, and I'm not talking about dark horse for the rest of the season, but to get into the top 10, I think that's who's going to find a way to get it done. I don't want to see Kalen DeBoer lose because I think he's going to get fired if he doesn't make it to a deep run into the playoffs. But I think Vandy, they just have something brewing over there that
Does Vandy beat Bama this week?
No. I think Bama's about to go on a
Ban-
run.
okay, yeah, here's the thing.
Locker room shift. I think about to go on a run. The fighting grubbies. They're going to start running more bubble bullet with offensive linemen. No.
Okay, because Bama would have been my pick if they weren't already in the top 10.
I feel like you can't pick Bama to be your dark horse.
What do you mean, dude? Did you see them lose to Florida State?
That was last year, brother. Rosters changed.
No.
Oh, that was this year.
That was the first game. They looked really bad, and right now they look really good.
Did you look into the stats on that game though?
Huh?
It was hot. It was muggy. It was rainy.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Don't
But
care.
it is a testament to
You
look
can
at
say
the way
you
that
can
they've
say about
produced.
anything.
Yeah.
Hey, we're a podcast. We're
I
having a
agree.
conversation.
Air it out.
There's some
Air it
things
out.
that you're going to look into over that game. Look at what they did the next game and the next
Yeah,
game.
but
and
look
the
at
next
that.
game.
My
building.
thing was look at the effort. Don't even look at the stats. The effort was just
I do
terrible.
think this is also a little bit of bulletin board week for Bama. I think Pavia has literally built a reputation off of beating Alabama. Like,
Yeah.
Last year.
he's writing off of beating out. Like he's putting himself in
The
the
sa-
Johnny Manziel category of beating Alabama.
See, okay, I'm going to stop that right there.
I don't.
They're
think
not
it's
even in the same
No.
fucking
It's
league.
night and day.
No, Johnny Manziel and Diego Pavia are not even in the same fucking
Are you?
conversation.
Are
We
you
can't
just?
even
I
sit-
agree with you.
We can't even sit here and throw
The
the,
only-
goat's
I
name
think
out there.
mentally he thinks that he's in that tier.
And some people are
No.
just mentally delusional.
Now-
Okay,
now-
and
Delusional
now-
confidence.
I'm gonna put a eat my own words alert up because if Diego Pavia goes and beats Alabama,
And goes on a run.
if fuck go on a run, if he beats Alabama twice in 3 years, I don't know if anybody's done that. Who? Stetson Bennett? Stetson Bennett behind a
no, who's
loaded-
it? Deshaun Watson, quarterback, Clemson.
Did he beat him twice?
I think so.
Okay, that's also natty. That's natty material. This is a Vandy team. Diego Pavia did bring Vandy back to
They're
life.
5-0.
I just saying, like, I think also hot take. Diego Pavia beats Bama this week, and he has a good game, like a little 3 touchdown. No
Are you saying
interceptions.
Heisman
I
talk?
think he's Heisman front runner.
Wow.
Hot take.
Something.
I think that's.
Whoa, I missed that because I
Clip
was over here trying to look at a
Clip it.
roster of another team. But like, don't even think that man's in the top runner of a Heisman.
He beats
If he.
Come
5-0, and he's the reason they beat Bama. Diego Pavia should be the Heisman front runner.
We're gonna have to take the Heisman off the docket of best player in the country if Diego Pavia
Most
wins.
popularity
Travis
vote.
Hunter.
Popularity
It's gonna
vote.
turn
Travis
into
Hunter won it last
who
year.
makes the most noise on Instagram gets the Heisman Trophy. Like that's what it's gonna.
We
turn
should.
into.
There should be a.
And he's a fucking dog. Like we've had this conversation. You can
I don't
be
think he should've
you
won
can be an elite college football player and not do shit in the NFL, and does not take away from your ability. So like,
Oh, very
he's a
much agree.
dog.
Yeah.
But I think Genty should have won it last
I think Genty should have won it too.
year. Neither here nor there. Anyways,
Here or there.
moving on.
Another team that I'm thinking is sleeper that I would love to see go on a run. Virginia.
Yes.
That was a great
Like
win.
they need.
That was a big
that was a
win.
big win. Mufasa died like that. Okay, like we need to talk about this for a second. Talk a little bit about crowd control, little fan control.
That was
Dude,
the
that
fastest
video-
pushing of the field I've ever seen in my life.
They were standing there on the sideline ready to rock.
Frothing at the mouth, like ready to
Dude,
go out. And
they
just-
didn't even signal incomplete or interception or anything. People were
No, the
halfway on the
fans
field.
decided at the end of that game.
Oh yeah.
And 3 of those fellows absolutely just get lost in the masses.
If you didn't have shoulder pads and helmets on, there's a good chance you got stampeded out and fucking died.
Okay.
I texted you right away. I said, "This is
Yeah.
type shit. This
What's-
is how Mufasa died."
What does it feel like when
People walk on you.
when
Calm
when
side.
you just
Calm
when you
side.
just
Let's
lost
go out in the front yard. I'll explain what that.
No,
feeling
I'm talking about
forcefully.
emotionally. I know what it feels like to get trampled on, okay?
I don't.
But-
Not at that tier. I know it's
Not
like,
at
I know
that
it's like to
level.
hit, like you're at the bottom of a pile and the play's still happening and you're like get like a little 1-2 like oh the fuck. I still have a scar on my calf from that shit from like 15 years ago. But guess what? That and it's not only are you getting stamped on.
You just lost. You got upset in double overtime or in double
No,
overtime.
no, it was.
No, it was
Double
it was
overtime.
it was a dramatic game.
I got the schedule right. I have the game
But
right.
It was double overtime. I'm pretty
Double
sure.
overtime. Yeah,
I
lost
don't
in
know
double
if
overtime.
Virginia's-
38-46.
I don't know if they got the same magnitude as like a Texas Tech.
No,
Mississippi State, and all
I don't think they do.
that. I
either.
think that was a fun win.
But I would
That
love.
was-
but
yes.
like, I'm looking at their roster right now. They're 4-1. They beat the shit out of Coastal. Then they went and lost to NC State by 4.
See, that's
then
the
it
one.
was-
That's not like a good.
That's not. It's not a great loss, right? But you go and beat William Mary. That's a nice little gimme. Beat Stanford. Beat Florida State. They got Louisville up on the weekend this weekend. Like,
That's a sleepy. That's
you-
a sleepy good game.
and then it goes. So it goes Louisville, Washington State, North Carolina, Cal, Wake Forest, Duke, Virginia Tech.
But I don't know if they play anybody big enough to like really.
they went
jump
out.
'em up.
They went out.
But
they'll
if they
have a
win
chance.
out, but I,
Yeah.
like, I guess a dark horse to go to the playoff. No, but would I love to see Virginia like sneak in the top 15
Yes.
after
Okay,
after
let's go
some big
reverse
wins?
here.
I'd love to feel that.
Let's go reverse here. Let's just brush on one bad beat of the day. Does UCLA win a game this year? They got Penn State this week.
Okay,
Michigan
I've
State.
already looked at it. The only two teams I think they can beat is Michigan State or Maryland, in my opinion.
I think they
Maryland-
could. I think they could get
Maryland's
after
4-0.
Nebraska.
Maryland's 4-0. And
Yeah.
just beat the shit out of Wisconsin.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know if they. I think it's a Michigan State is a winnable game. I think Nebraska is a winnable game.
Maybe
I don't think Nebraska's a winnable game. When I went and watched Nebraska Cornhuskers, they're gonna just dog UCLA, in my
But
opinion.
I want to see. Obviously, look, they lost to New Mexico. They fired their coach, interim coach Tim Skipper.
Tim Skipper.
Friend of the program.
Hey,
Okay.
Kevin Coyle. Let me just
Guy-
throw that shout out
Hey,
there.
man.
Hey,
I think they have Jethro, too.
defensive
That's really
coordinator.
good.
Yeah,
They-
they can do some rebuilding.
Look, but I was
quick.
like we like all those coaches, right? We like them. Did they give us a lot of success when they coached our program? Here nor there. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Neutral.
you get a brand new.
I want a Mountain West championship with them, so
I know, but
I'm happy.
I'm talking about
most recent.
position.
Gotcha.
Okay, brother. Hey, don't take it personal.
Yes.
It's okay. We're all dogs here.
Well, I'm not taking it personal,
But
but
UCLA barely losing to Northwestern. Northwestern's not that good of a team, but it shows me a little bit of a shimmer of like, okay, maybe an interim staff with a Skip and a couple guys that we know,
They could rally a game.
they could rally a game or two here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd love to see him win 4-5, but in the realists of the world, they're scared. Like, I think that they go get absolutely tapped by Indiana.
Is Nico
Yes.
the saddest guy in college football right now?
No, he's making a lot of money.
He doesn't care.
I don't give a fuck.
well, yeah, I think he's probably the competitor in him. Obviously, is distraught.
Is it though? This is a problem. This is a problem with day and age of NIL when guys start running
I
around
think-
chasing dollars. Is you have no idea whether he's actually competitively in there in the brain. You would hope that he is.
Well, he has some sort of competitiveness in him, or else he just wouldn't play a sport. That
You go out on the field, you want to win.
you want
Yes.
to
Yes. No
do
doubt
not-
about that.
now does him being distraught over not winning a single game and kind of looking like a dummy for leaving Tennessee outweigh the $2 million or whatever he got?
I think it's a great example to the rest of the college football landscape. Grass ain't always greener.
Facts.
Yeah, it's green where you water it.
And the difference between getting paid. These are numbers I'm pulling out of my ass. Do you want to be on a top 25 Tennessee team that's relevant in the playoff with a sick ass environment every week, getting paid $2 million, or do you want to make $2.3 million at a 5,000 person empty Rose Bowl stadium where you're getting your shit kicked in at the bottom barrel
By New Mexico.
I would tell you where I'd want to be. You know?
Yeah, no, me too. But I'm
Like,
saying, like, the grass is not always greener.
Correct.
Yeah, I think that's a good example to college football in general. And I think there will hit a point where, if you're making $50,000 and someone offers you $500,000, go take the bread.
I'm taking the extra zeros, bro.
But I think if you're already in the $2 million and you want 2-3, you kind of got to weigh your odds, because now not only are you, yes, you're making money up front. Also, I don't know how that works from a tax perspective. Is that considered ever?
Yeah, it's all. I mean, they're all 1099.
But I'm saying, like,
so.
yeah, but like, he's getting taxed. He's getting California tax, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So did he do the math? California taxes,
Probably
versus
not.
Tennessee taxes.
I mean,
I feel
hopefully,
like I would have that.
Hopefully-
Dialed
kitchen
here.
table
we
conversation.
got into these conversations like when I was in it of being like, hopefully, a guy at that number has hired a team to help
They're
him do
looking at
those
the
things.
logistics
Somebody,
items.
some manager, some accountant, whatever, right?
Right.
Some situation is getting looked at to make sure that he understands that. He most likely lost a hell of a lot more money going to UCLA than he would have been keeping if he was at Tennessee.
That's an
Let's not
interesting.
get
That's an interesting thing that some of these, schools that are in no
Like
income,
California
no
should-
income state tax is
right. Like
California should.
UNLV should be a very attractive place.
Yeah, and they have been. I mean, they've rebuilt their
They've been
roster
decently good.
at rebuilding rosters. But do we tell California, hey, stop
No.
taxing athletes so
I
that
would
we
like
can?
to get taxed less.
Yeah.
Oh,
As a
100
California
Yeah.
citizen.
obviously, as a California citizen, you'd like to be taxed
really
less.
appreciate a little,
But-
little relief there.
Fellas, my question is we've gotten into UCLA losing a coach, getting rid of their coach, making decisions in our NIL era. Is that window getting tighter now? Like we're in the week 6. We've already had big headline news for 4 coaches at 4 pretty big programs that have been let go. Okay, is this a new thing that's going to start happening? Like, to me, it's tough because it kind of looks like we are giving up on our teams pretty damn early. Right, we're fucking 0-3, and we're already firing our head coach. You pretty much scrapped that season, right? Like, you don't, as an AD, if I fire my coach 3 games in, I'm not sitting there going hoping that we're gonna go win 7 now.
Also,
So-
it doesn't make a very attractive
No.
job location either.
No.
It's
So
just
here's-
saying, hey man, and who's to say maybe the next UCLA coach? I don't know who UCLA has their first 3 games next year. Maybe they open at Bama and got to go play Michigan, and then they play a Fresno State who happens to be on a high that year.
Yeah.
And now you're 0-3 again.
Correct. And they came out and said, like, hey, we put together this giant search committee panel, bunch of former players, high-level people around the UCLA program. But, like, you all you did was extend your search window period.
So here's
And
here's
you're not searching now because if there was a coach you're looking at now and he's not coaching somewhere else, why the fuck's he not coaching another program?
Unless you're going to go after like a Gruden or
Correct. Unless you're
okay,
someone
but we
who's
all
been
we
out of
all
the game a little bit.
we all know this. Coaching turnovers are the biggest, like, you know, common denominator in programs that suck. Programs that suck have a ton of coaching turnovers. So you know, we're gonna see how things start to shake out when we watch the Dabo situation unfold. Right. Because Dabo, right now, we talked about this last week. He had a specific way to win in the previous rulings of college football. Yeah. Now he needs to learn how to pivot. So we're going to see, can he pivot or can he not? And I think in the next 2 or 3 years or whenever the decision's made on keeping him.
They'll let
Yeah,
it go that
who
long. See,
but-
but that's the tough
but who-
part.
So then
You
we're
let that shit go that long, you're going to be like, yo, Dabo, we get it. You won 8 out of 10 years. You're a national champion 2 times.
well, that's
But like,
that's what I'm saying. I'm answering your question is we're going to find out soon, whether it's now or in 2 or 3 years, of how long are these programs willing to wait. With knowing the common denominator is coaching turnover, are you willing to give up that coach or, you know, maybe
it's
suffer
such
for a little
moving
bit?
Target to where I think it's a win now league.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's what it's become.
I think
it's a win now.
And like, don't get me wrong,
NFL.
we are still only in like, what are we in our sophomore season of this new era?
Yeah, relatively.
going into our junior.
Yeah, everybody's in
junior
panic
year.
mode. Everybody's in.
Well, we're
trying to
also like
figure it out.
seeing new waves of how like of all the decisions we made in the past are now coming to fruition and starting to affect the common denominator of like, do you win fucking games or do you not? Talked about it a couple weeks ago. We're starting to see bigger games earlier on in the year, right? All of a sudden, you got a fucking Penn State versus Oregon, 3-6, white out. It's a conference game.
Right, you just have to be
Normally
November
that's
for
fucking
those.
like in November. Normally
Right.
that's like
September
maybe
that shit's happening.
right now it's happening earlier and more often. So teams are losing against bigger teams faster and sooner. So that's why I'm like, I just feel like we're getting to more cutthroat in the college football world of like, hold on, we just pumped $40 million into your program you didn't win in the first year.
What the fuck?
Okay, this is one thing. So this is the second season of this, we'll say. And last year we saw Arizona State, we saw Boise State, and we'll even throw Indiana in there because I know SMU. Like some of those schools, people were like, they didn't deserve to get in. Some of these other schools did. But this year, if you really look at the rankings, I mean, there's
The
there-
OGs
there-
are the OGs.
there's nobody even close. You look at South Florida isn't ranked right now, but they have the most votes of the non-ranked at 53. And then the only other school we got Memphis,
Georgia Tech's in there.
North Tech,
You're talking about like,
Memphis, North Texas, UNLV. Yeah, group of fives that they're not ranked, but they have some votes. I don't know if this is going to be more inclusive for the little guy like we thought it was going to be.
Well, they gotta
No,
have
it's
one.
it's only
They're gotta have one.
It's only inclusive to the winners.
Right.
Like at the end of the day, it's like if you want to be a group of 5, you know that like when you go into the season, they're like we only get to be in this conversation
If we win. Right.
Like, we don't get the common courtesy of like, oh, we can have 2 losses and like
Right.
still get in here.
You
Like,
can't
but
have
you-
a 4-loss
they're a
Group of
fucking
5 team
winning.
get in
Yeah,
the
it's a
playoff.
winning.
Yeah.
game for
No,
you
absolutely.
Than the power.
Absolutely. I think that we're going to start to see it separate more and more from group of 5 or group of 6, whatever you want to call it.
I think you're right. Like we
to Power
don't
4.
really have a group of 5 team that we're sitting here being like, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
that
Appalachian
snuck
State's not the
that like
guys.
snuck in
Exactly.
at like 22 right now. Like,
even
That's kind of honestly like if I was when I brought up USC last week, that's kind of where my head was at. Like obviously they're in a power conference, but I'm kind of looking at USC like, yeah, you're a little down bad. You're kind of looking more like a group of 5.
Right.
So I was kind of shook that they were like making their way in the top 25, looking good. Because
Which-
I don't have
and
a smaller school
let's
to
not
be
get-
fired up for.
let's
right
not get that game twisted. I think let's not forget Illinois was ranked high
Oh, no,
in the beginning
no,
of the season.
now. Illinois was top
Yeah,
10.
so-
They asked me by Indiana and then came back and put a really good win out against
Yeah,
a
and-
ranked team.
And I don't think USC is necessarily a bad
They're
team.
4-1,
They just
right? Like I think it's also being tough because like we're hypercritical of teams nowadays.
Everybody plays each other now.
Everyone plays
Because
each
you
other,
have
everyone
to.
plays,
All of a
wins.
sudden, it's not just the Pac-12 that plays everybody and beats each other. It's
Correct.
Right.
every.
We're all of a sudden a
Which
team
makes
goes
it
4-0.
It
Yeah,
does.
it's fun.
I really like
It makes it exciting.
Boys, let's dabble in some NFL shit. Okay. All right. I want to start it off with the Caucasian creatine. All right.
Round two?
Round 2 twice on the pod. Let's get it.
Did we not talk about this yet?
Yeah, we
Yes.
talked about this in the beginning.
Oh,
It's okay.
No, but I want to know. I want to know.
Wanted to get the
Dude,
I
we
think
gotta
you
love
wanted
it.
To get the clip of the Caucasian creatine heads out twice.
Listen,
It's so good.
all I'm saying, there is certain situations. Football's a game of emotion. Football's a game of rally, and sometimes you just need it to be your day.
Yeah.
And I think Scat brings a different type of juice.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson Dart came in fucking hot. They got the job done.
Sacrifice
And
Malik
it makes
Neighbors'
you
knee for the
wonder
first
now-
Yeah.
Love it.
Can the Giants ride this wave? Was this a one-hit wonder? They didn't beat a shitty 0-3 Dolphins. They beat a respected 3-0 Chargers with good wins across the board. Do they ride this wave? Are they the best now 1-4 team in the NFL?
Are they? Yeah.
We're looking at the best 1-4
Dude,
team here, New York
hey,
Giants.
Hey,
baby.
time out. That intro right there, I would have thought they were 5-0. I would have thought they were 5. The way that you introed that,
he's
I was
fired.
like, holy shit.
He
Are
watched
they
he
on
watched
the?
Scatterable highlight before he came in here. That's why. Like
Yeah, man.
he's got it on his phone running over there.
I'll get that 44 jersey. I've already made the decision.
I
You are
like
right.
it.
He's had enough.
I like
But
it.
I do think that they're good. And then there's some teams out there who don't have that great of records and I think are better than their records.
Ravens?
The Ravens are fucking 1-3.
Okay,
With
look,
Yeah.
Lamar hurt.
the Ravens have just been somebody out there. Who's the Ravens' like biggest rival?
Probably Steelers, Bengals.
Yeah.
Somebody on that fan base has a voodoo doll of the entire Ravens team,
Bro,
and is just walking by, stabbing it with pins.
they have a
Like
Unreal.
4 guys in the last game: Marlon Humphreys, Roquan Davis, Lamar Jackson, and I believe there's one more. I know there's one
So
more. I'm
Lamar's
just blanking.
out, or was that, or did he,
Speculation.
I think
Dude
it was
hurt his
or
hammy.
was that a I'm getting my ass kicked?
I
and-
think it was I'm getting my ass kicked. This shit's over. I don't like this hammy any worse than it needs to be. I think if it was a 23-23 game, put a fucking heating pad on that bitch. Let's go.
See, like,
Ain't-
like
or
see,
it-
but that's
yeah.
that's where the conversation gets tough for me because like that guy's a fucking competitor. You just said it about Nico, like, oh,
Yeah.
every time you go on the field, he's gonna go fucking hard. Like Lamar Jackson is not sitting out of fucking games just because he feels bad about losing. Like he's not
take.
pouting over there because like, oh
Fair
man,
take.
they ain't fucking with me. Like
Maybe
you,
there was a
you made it
business
really
decision.
clear.
Yeah.
I can agree
Maybe
with the
Harbaugh
business
said,
decision,
"Hey, take it easy."
which is all good. If your coach comes up and go, hey, you let that thing go.
strategic.
Hey,
Let's
we're
go.
good. We'll see him in the playoffs.
We're good, right? But like, I don't want to get down the lane of being like Lamar's just fucking pouting and like decided halfway through the game, oh my, ooh, I got, ooh.
No,
Okay,
yeah,
I
agree
think I'm
with
good.
that.
I
agree
think
with
I'm
that.
good.
I don't think he
Like
takes it.
that either comes from the top down. Like it's just tough because you play the game too. Like everyone that gets out, like games are rigged or oh this player fucking sat out because he didn't want whatever X. I still
Yeah.
go back to the bottom line of you're in the National Football League, you're in the NBA,
You
you're
want
in
to
the
win.
MLB.
It's your job.
You get paid money to win. Be out there to win the game.
And he's trying to win an MVP.
That was what?
Yeah.
Come on.
That's what I'm saying.
Because if you ain't winning Super Bowls, you might as well stack up fucking MVPs. So I mean, it's
Good tactic.
take a page out of Josh Allen's book. Can't win a Super Bowl, but let's just go get a couple MVPs, baby, and things will be all right.
Unbelievable.
Who is your guys'? Let's go similar to college. I really like these guys, and they're not getting enough hype team right now.
Steelers.
Really, you think they're like that?
I think Aaron Rodgers is playing like just just good football. He's not like
Discount double check Roger.
He's
Or,
not-
like
no, he's just playing good. Like they're
The
3-1.
play where he just stood there and they did like the tight end tush push was fucking awesome. that I love seeing the Rodgers having fun.
no.
Yes.
Rodgers is having fun.
It's the same. Did you see the one where he went for a
Yes.
scramble and like fumbled, and it ended up in the offensive lineman's hands, and he went and fucking gave the noise to somebody, and then Rodgers just gets up, and it's marquee Aaron Rodgers, like helmet's a little fucked up, He's like, got a little smile on his face, and Tomlin's on the sideline just like, yeah.
they're just
That's
vibing.
just lovely culture. Like I love that we ended in a fumble, but got the big boy a touch, and coach is like, I fuck with that.
Hey, they're just
Might have
happy
to-
for
might have to-
success,
might have
huh?
to put that in the playbook.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I just kind of like seeing Aaron. Yeah, like he said,
We
Aaron
look-
Rodgers having fun.
And it's almost nostalgic to see the Steelers be good. Like they
Very
were
much
they
so.
were so good for so long that it feels good as a fan of football that
Yeah.
okay, hey, the boys are back.
We got a
They're
good
playing
Steelers
well.
football team.
Aaron, who's your team?
Y'all ain't gonna like it. It's a hot take. I'm sure I'm gonna hear some noise from you two
Go
cats
ahead.
about it. The Bears. I really like.
I knew he was
really
gonna say
like
that
the way the
shit.
Bears are moving. I know a lot of people want to talk shit on Caleb Williams. I think he's a good player. Okay, I'm following a friend of the show, Kyle Long. He's a fan of Caleb Williams. He's a fan of Ben Johnson. I think with DeAndre Swift running the ball well, they might be able to figure out. Comstock's pulling stats. He's going to talk about missed throws here. Okay.
No, I
He's
was
gonna-
actually.
He's going to start
Big
getting.
stat guy right
He's going
now.
to start talking about how he painted his nails a different color. But I don't give a fuck.
No.
I think that they're going to be a decent team. I think Ben Johnson is a great play caller, and with anyone that's new at being a head coach in the NFL, success doesn't happen in the
Right.
first 6 games. It takes some time to get there.
No, I want to
So
look
I
up
hope
his
that they're
stats
good.
because they've won 2 games since I've said that,
I know you have.
and they look really
I need you to
good.
keep saying that.
No, that's fantastic, and he's been playing. Dude, his QBR one game was an 86, and his rating was 142.
Guys,
That's a damn good. That's a damn good outing.
I'm just backing guys that I like watching play ball.
Yeah.
I think he's
Eight-
a little creative. in the way he
eight
plays.
tutties and only 2 interceptions.
Come on.
That's and he's
In
only
his sophomore season.
and he's only got sacked 8 times.
in his sophomore season.
Because we all know at one point he was the most sacked quarterback, so that is moving in the right
which
direction.
is tough to that stat gets put on the quarterback because it
It is different.
98% of the time it does not matter.
No,
It's the
no,
quarterback's fault.
but holding the ball too long
Correct.
is one. But you're right. You're
But
right.
I will say that's my team. That's who I'm hoping gets a little bit more love. Again, I think it's another great franchise. That
I can't wait to tell my brother-in-law that he's a huge Bears fan. He never has anything to look forward to, so he's gonna be pumped that he got a new fan.
Come on.
I'm going Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
Okay, I like that. I like that. pick.
Sam Darnold, huh?
Listen, man.
There's a lot of chatter about them.
Listen, man. Sam Darnold somehow. I know it was discussed via socials, via ESPN, and all that shit. The guy fucking brought the Vikings to life last year.
Yep.
Okay. I get it at the end. Oh, he didn't make. They went 14-3 or some bullshit. He didn't win the Super Bowl. They had a bad last couple quarters of football that happened to be in the playoffs where you can't have bad quarters.
And they said you're fired.
And they said, nope, J.J. McCarthy's our guy. Now they got Carson Wentz starting for him because J.J.'s down. I think that
Who we talked about last week rode pine for 2 years, came back, put up 44
I think
points. The
hey,
guy can
man,
play.
Guy won the Super Bowl when he
He
needed
can
to.
play.
Yep.
Guy
All
didn't
right.
need it to happen. But I just think that the Seahawks are in the position. First of all, I went to the preseason game when Mac was on the Chiefs and they played them. That place has juice.
Oh,
The
what?
Seahawks is
Lumen
fucking-
Field? Come on.
The Seahawks
Beastquake?
in general, their roster is fucking sick. They have like 3 running backs that are booming right now. Kenneth Walker's on 3 of my fantasy teams. He ain't producing because the other 2 backs are just fucking hooping. Okay? Sam Darnold is not small. He is a silent assassin threading the needle. He's a fucking surgeon right now. He's got good wide receivers. Cooper Kupp's like wide receiver 3 on the fucking team right now.
That's crazy.
Guy, Toy
Smith and
Williams,
Jigma.
Yo.
balling. Smith and Jigma's a fucking dog.
Crazy.
They got 2 fullbacks that are just dogs. Their defense is flying around, creating turnovers. Special teams making plays. They're in a hard conference because the Niners are finding ways to win, even though they didn't this weekend. The Cardinals are actually putting up fistfights, but for me, they were in that game. They almost pissed down their leg on it, but it's winning those close games. It's winning those tight games. It's the difference between being 10-7 and 7-10. And I think if they can keep sneaking away, they could fuck around and knock the Niners out, maybe catch the Rams on a bad day, knock the Rams out. I don't see one team in the NFL that the Seahawks go against where I'm like, oh, they're going to get their fucking ass kicked. And this week, they play the Bucks, who I don't even think I could consider them a sleeper because the Bucks are a really
No, the
good
Bucks are
fucking team.
really good.
Dude, and Seattle's minus 3.5.
Nope, they're at home, and that's probably
because the
they're at
Bucks
home.
got some injuries. And
Yeah,
Bucks got
Mike
some
Evans.
injuries.
I know. I'm sad.
To
But
the
the
Eagles.
Bucks, they sneak away from. Let's say they sneak past the. I'm sorry, the Seahawks. Let's say they sneak past the Bucks. Okay, you got the Jags who are frisky right now.
Got a decent team.
You got the Texans who aren't looking that great.
But you never know.
Need to
you got
feed
the
Nick Chubb
Commanders,
more.
which will Jaden Daniels be back by then? I don't
Yes.
know.
He's supposed to be back.
Okay,
this
but
week.
okay, Mariota
You
being playing,
got the
I can't
Cardinals
believe it.
again. And I'm just saying, like, there's a scenario where they're 7-0, and all of a sudden, or not 7-0, excuse me,
7-2.
they have one loss. They have
7-1.
one loss.
7-1.
It was 6-1 team. I think they could fuck around, get in the playoffs and make some noise.
See, and I like that you're noting, like, they're not necessarily back to being in the conversation of being at Bills, Ravens, before the Ravens lost half their roster due to injury.
1-3.
Like, they're not
they're not
not
top four.
quite there yet, right? But they're right in the middle of the pack. They're playing all phases of football the right way.
Yeah.
They got a great leader under center. Okay, like if you really, we had some coaches that coached Sam Darnold at USC, and they would tell you like, hey, that dude's real. Like that guy is going to be a
Took a couple
gold
years
jacket
to
kind of
show
guy.
it.
Give it a
Dude's
couple
real.
years, whatever, right? But like I think it's a testament to him of everywhere he's been, he's found ways to interject himself in the offense, win games, and I'm excited to see it. Like I was excited to see him on a national primetime game too. Like
Yeah, absolutely.
they hadn't played any national primetime, hadn't really got to see him in live action, unless I paid $1,000 to be able to watch every game each week. But finally found him on Thursday Night Prime and got to see a good game, and I want to see him continue rolling.
I haven't watched any of the games, so you're gonna have to give me insight. They're winning games crisply, like offense, defense, special teams.
Yes.
They're staying in the fight.
Okay.
They're not fucking losing things. that they
My
shouldn't
thing
be
is
losing.
they're not winning off of Fresno State, Oregon State. They can't long snap. They're just finding ways to win in the sense of
Putting
they're playing
drives
good
together,
football.
putting good drives together, being in
Okay.
control.
Their one loss is Niners week 1 in 17-13.
And that's not a bad loss.
No.
And it's not, and that's when Niners were also full healthy,
Mhm.
or full state.
I just watched the Niners game yesterday. Like they're not looking too hot,
They're not too hot. They got a lot of fucking injuries.
and they lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Nothing against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Wait, did you guys see that
Trevor
fight
Lawrence.
with the coaches after the game? What was that all about? Because I couldn't follow every.
So what happened was Robert Salah, he kind of tipped his cap to Liam Cohen, saying like, "Hey, like they steal signals legally,
Like and they're
and,
really
like,
good.
They're
at
really good at it. It's like we need to be on our shit this week. They're a good program. Like don't take them lightly. But like, I didn't see it as malicious whatsoever. But I think the Jags.
I could take it maliciously though. If I was on the other end of that, I'd be pretty
I
pissed.
think. they
Wait,
just
so
said,
it
like,
was similar to like the whole Michigan thing where.
No. Less. He was in like a midweek presser as a defensive coordinator, and was like, "Hey, the Jags are a pretty damn good football team. One of the key things they're really good at is finding team signals and making sure that they expose them in that way.
Yeah.
So we need to be
Which is
really good at making sure that we hide our.
Are you
signals and play-
saying if they're setting their front and they go like this every time they set their front, they're like, okay, they're in that front.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
But Liam Cohen basically said like, "Hey, keep my fucking nose out of your mouth." And I don't think he would have came in as hot if they didn't get the dub.
Yeah.
But he was fired up.
And he was fired up.
Yeah.
And I want to say Robert Saleh was like, "I will beat your fucking ass."
No, he's a brick shit house, by the way.
He's-
There's
Yeah.
like
He's a
there's
unit.
probably like 17 head coaches, offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, special teams coordinators. I'm just speaking coordinators because there's a lot of position coaches that just finished the league 2 years ago. They probably could play right now.
Let's just keep it straight head coaches.
What just happened?
I would not fuck.
Everybody's on a knee praying.
I would not fuck with. I don't know.
I don't know, Comstock. Maybe our listeners aren't watching. here.
I'm just saying I would not fuck with that man.
Yeah. Big
I
guy.
would not fuck with that man. And the Jags are kind of like, even when they drafted Travis Hunter, they're kind of like, everyone else is stupid. We have a fucking plan for this.
No.
They kind of got a little.
And he
like,
hasn't really done
we're
shit.
the
so
young
it's tough.
dumb assholes. So fuck everybody, and hopefully we win a few to back it up.
Yeah.
And they're kind of honestly, when I was looking at this NFL, who's your sneaky good one? My other two was the Jags and the Patriots.
The Patriots,
they
yeah.
don't have the best records.
Drake Main, baby.
Patriots got to string a few together for me to maybe next week. I'll say them.
But a Vrabel coach team.
Vrabel Patriots
With
team,
with
has
a
that culture.
Drake May is
May's kind of hooping, man.
he's when Vrabel was in Tennessee, like it was Tannehill and I don't even know who the other
Hey, do not disrespect Ryan.
was Mariota, but I feel like Drake May is like more of a functional NFL style quarterback.
He's a
Like he can
he's
just
a top half of the league.
He's
QB.
one
Yeah.
of those sneaky dudes that like shouldn't be athletic. Just great arm strength,
Finds a
great
way.
throws, but like all of a sudden like rolls out of the pocket, makes a great throw. Like
He had a couple good rushes.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
had- I want to say I saw a stat that said from a QBR, there's been two other quarterbacks that have had perfect QBR, 2 games in a season where it's perfect QBRs.
right.
It was like Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes or something like that. And Drake has already had 2, and we're like in week 4.
Wow.
So he's playing pretty good. I don't know if the Patriots as a whole could do everything. Their division though is looking more and more open. You know, yeah, the Bills are going to be the Bills, but like, go beat the Jets twice, go beat the Dolphins twice, and let it roll.
Yep.
Like, go.
Absolutely.
What else you got, boys?
Shit. Hockey's back on, but
That's really about it. I was going to
Yeah, I
talk a
don't-
little bit about Dan Lanning, but I think we can pass that.
Let's end it with this. Alabama had a big man catch the pill this week. Okay. I believe he was 6'7", 366.
All I want to say.
Ryan Grubb, Kalen DeBoer. That's an offense we know very well. Put him in a situation where he flanks out wide.
is this the same one as Kronk?
No,
that we did to
different formation.
Nah, bro, this
Okay.
is a straight
No,
fucking
if you want to know a little about Ryan Grubb, you know, coached offensive line
Creative.
primarily. Okay, was a wide receiver guy, but he got a lot of his taste in high level college athletics being an offensive line coach. So he loves giving love to his old linemen, right? But we've seen in a playbook before. Let's go back to 2017. If you know ball, threw a touchdown to again another friend of the program, Christian
Oh,
Crom.
Tyreek Hills just blew out his ankle or something. That sucks.
Continue.
Sorry, we were distracted by the TV screen.
Tyreek Hill's getting carted off the field.
Needless to say, Ryan Grubb has it in his playbook, always trying to find a way to get the ball into a different player's hand.
Mhm.
Okay, circa 2017, we throw a nice little touchdown pass to Christian Cronk at left tackle. I begged all week to see if I could do a little spin out at center. Didn't really get it to work.
Center.
Snap the ball, then go catch a touchdown. Come on, let me get me, baby. But
First ever.
when I'm watching that game and we're running bubble bullet with a 6'6", 350-pound offensive lineman, and if you watch the clip,
Man can move.
no, he went and tried to get him.
That man was not trying to get a first down.
And there was a safety who came in, tried to take his legs out, pretty much looked like a bug hitting a windshield,
yeah.
and he just kept on rolling. Like, I was fired
Rolling,
up. to
rolling,
see that.
Bro,
rolling.
you think about if you're that safety, and all of a sudden you're like,
They're not throwing him that ball. They're not throwing him that
how
pill.
do I handle this?
Well, go back to the longest yard. It looked like the meme machine.
They did look like
Like, does
Meme
Alabama just
machine.
keep on rolling and keep throwing a lineman out there? Next thing you know, you got a full 4 wide receiver stack with 4 linemen off the ball. How
Well,
crazy does Ryan Grubb
At
go?
minimum, you're going to burn a timeout.
Oh, yes. I'm gonna make you think about it now.
We're gonna need a lot of extra jerseys with extra numbers to get them eligible.
Technically, O lineman numbers are eligible.
Are they
depending on how
really?
they set up. Depends
Okay.
on men on
Gotta have
ball.
guys on the
On the
Gotta
line
have
of
guys on
scrimmage.
line of scrimmage.
Yep. Woo-hoo.
But I want to leave it off.
All right, I'm gonna have to
fighting-
text Coach DeBoer and be like, more,
Of fighting,
please.
of
I would
fighting
say
Ryan
we
Grubbies.
will see that again.
I really hope we do.
We will see
I
that
hope that we see a double pass off it. Let's start training an offensive
Holy
lineman and
smokes.
start throwing
I know
the
some
bill.
offensive
Well,
linemen
they
that can
can.
throw the ball downfield.
I like it, boys.
Could be lit, fellas, but
Good show.
another
Yeah,
lovely
fun.
episode.
All right.